Hello, it's good to see you here today on the Friday's legs and core class. So legs, talking about really big groups of muscles, fronts and backs of thighs, and our glutes to help us as well. So I'm going to be using quite big weights today. I'm going to be using 5s, 4s and 3s. I've also got an optional band, but you don't have to use the band if you don't want to. And a bottle of water, a mat as well, because some of them will be down on the floor. Okay, we're going to be using 4 rounds of 4 minutes for the first section. If you're staying with me for the short version, staying with the longer version, you get 8. So you're going to do another 4 different exercises. Okay, so if you're ready to go, we're just going to start with that warm-up. Okay, we're going to start in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just go get that little point out each side. Open out the ankle. Feel like you shift that weight. Okay, it comes up and across. Core already pulled in, helping us to do that work. Good, now let's go across. Turn that hip. Core pulled in. Now step touch, pull it back. Good, I'm leaving it wide here. And give me that little roll. Just that roll around. Legs are straight. Push those hips back. Now I'm going to dip forward on that. And come back up again. Lovely, good. I'm going to bring that knee to the front. Make sure the knee drives forward. You twist through the waist. Lovely, good. I'm going to walk it forward. Feel that weight coming down through the front of the thigh. Straightening up those thighs. Good, give me that drop. Now we're going to go the other leg. Here we go. Good, got 4 more for me. 4. Just 2 more. Do my squat here. Widen my hips, get that lift up to the side. Remember that squat, nice straight back coming up out of your hips. So you have to drop through the legs, no bowing, drop through the legs. Lovely, good. I'm just going to lift the leg to the side. I've got my hands over my obliques here. I can feel that work. All the weight on the other leg. I don't step back onto that leg. Lovely, good. Go do step leg curl, step leg curl. Feel those hamstrings working for you, getting that foot up nice and high, kicking your bottom at the back. Lovely, good. I'm on the other side here now. Get me that lift. Feeling over the obliques, weight on one leg. Lovely, good. Got another 4, 3, 2, 1. A squat with a kick out to the front. Make sure that the heel does that kick for you. Lovely, good. Push it out. Got another 4. Feel that stretch off on the hamstrings. 2. And 1. Lovely, good. Just one more dip forward. Pushing your hips back. Tabletop. Then roll it over. Then come back up. Tabletop. And then push it back up. Lovely, good. Just getting that little kick on. And we're going to start on our first 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay, I'm picking up a reasonably heavy weight, so I'm going to go with my 5s here. Plant of the foot, all the weight's going to be over that front leg. So I just go down for it, get that lift, and then it comes with me to get that push off. All my body weight plus this weight here. Okay, so I can just be there for my first one. Are we ready? Going to count you down from 5. 5, 3, 2, 1. That back leg always stays nice and straight, so it's not a lunge. Going to get that push up. So remember, this exercise, I'm going to swap legs, but otherwise we'll be doing 4 minutes of work on our first round. Lovely, good. So again, my core is helping me here. Nice straight back up on my hips, and that push back. Lovely, good. And push. To go now. Really feel that long extension on that muscle there at the back of my leg, those hamstrings, and then they have to push me back up from that extended. 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. Onto the other leg. So I can put it onto the floor here, so I know where I'm aiming for my first one. Wiggle my back leg back so it's nice and straight. And here we go. Drop, give me that lift, and then it comes with me. Okay, dropping down. Really feeling it now on the back of that leg, also through the glute there. Get that lift. And push up. Good work. Give me that squeeze each time. Feel that leg extends, and then from that extension, has to tighten up and bring me back up each time. Lovely, good. 15 seconds left now. My core's really pulled in here, so I can keep that nice straight back. There is tension around the middle there. Last few seconds, we're in single figures now. How are we feeling? Yeah, get that push up. It's a tough one. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Onto the other leg. It's on the floor. That leg has wiggled back. Core's really pulled in. Here we go. Dropping down. Give me that lift. So again, I'm just stopping at the bottom there. I've got my other hand on my back. I'm checking that I'm not rolling over. Give me that lift. Really feel on that upper back as well. You get that squeeze. Pulling that elbow back. Over halfway now. Good. 15 seconds left. And get me that push up. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. Our last minute on this first circuit. I'm putting it down onto the floor. I'm wiggling that back leg back so I know it stays straight, and all the weight comes over this front leg. And here we go. Good. So again, I'm keeping my hand on my lower back, getting that push off right through my heel. All my weight's here over the front. Nothing on the back leg, just that toe down onto the floor. Lovely, good. Push up. Really working my core now. Sip and hollow on. Good work. Just coming down to that 15 seconds left. Here we go. Last bit of the first round. Good work. Three, 2, 1, and good work, well done. I'm coming down onto the mat. This is where you can use a band. If you've got a little rubber band there, putting it around your legs, because we're going to keep it on there for the whole 4 minutes. So remember, if you're putting it on, hold on to something, get it on. And I'm moving it up to my thighs. I'm going to be here, and I am doing core work. So again, it's here with one hand, core definitely pulled in, my other hand keeping me for balance here, and I'm going to bring that leg out, pushing it out, and then bring it around, and then pushing it out. So it comes to my outside of my elbow each time. This is what it looks like on the other leg. But again, it's really testing my core as well. Okay, I've got those bands on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keeping it straight back. Working against that resistance. Again, this is a good exercise even without the band. Give me that push. Those hamstrings and glutes really still have to work for me. My oblique as I bring that knee up and kick it back. Good. Really feel that zip and hollow arm. Make sure your core is helping you here. Here we go. Last 15. Work does build up on this arm as well. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Just swapping over to the other side. So, opposite hand onto my back, my zip and hollow definitely on, my hips always staying towards the floor. Kicking it back with my heel, bringing my knee around to my elbow. So oblique, core helping me all the time. Just staying nice and straight, looking at the floor. Good. Again, you don't have to rush it. It's better to get it out there and hold that long extension. Good work. 25 to go. Really working those glutes, that hamstring, and then my core helping me all the time. Do not let that other shoulder come up towards your ear. Bringing it away, using those core muscles. Last few now, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and good work. Ready for our second side. Okay, lovely, good. Thumb out. I've brought that elbow back. Good, so again, that squeeze. Push it back. Make sure each one's a good one. We're getting it out nice and long and high if you can, with your hip bones still facing towards the floor. That band's still on if you're using the band, just for a little bit of extra resistance. Otherwise you will get that kick back out and that core work, even without the band there, as long as you kick towards the end. Last 10 seconds. Last time on this leg with this exercise in this round. Good work, well done. Keeping it just nice and flat. Okay, are we ready to go on the other leg? So I squeeze it around, then kick it back out. Good work. Just looking towards the floor, so feel like you're straight in your spine, up out of your hips, but also straight neck as well, just facing towards the floor with your head. And give me that kick out. Okay, give me that squeeze and kick out. Last few seconds now. Last time on this leg. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. I'm coming to standing up. I'm going to take that band off. And I'm going to do a curtsy lunge into a squat. All the way through on one leg. All the way through on the other. I am carrying a weight with me. And it's just going to be on my chest. So again, I'm going to keep it nice and tall. Okay, curtsy lunge into squat and using the one leg all the way through. Okay, I'm ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Into my curtsy, into my squat. Lovely, good. I'm making each one a good one. Getting that leg across. My front leg pushing me up each time. My core really keeping control of that movement each time. Lovely, good. Cross, that's it, good. So on my cross, I'm here, shoulders over hips. On my squat, it's forward. Nice straight back the whole time. And good work. Ready for the second, the other leg. So again, core pulled in, glutes tight for me. I'm going to go into that lunge on the other leg. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Into that lunge, into that squat. Lovely, good. So just make sure that leg is coming across each time. Lovely, good. And that back stays nice and straight. Down into that squat. Really feel that your glutes are getting you up and out each time. core pulled in all the time. My shoulder blades back and down. Three, two, one. Good work. 2 more times to go. I think I'm just going to up my weight on this one. Okay. Lovely. So, that first leg, the curtsy, then into that squat. Make each one a good one. Lovely, good. So, shoulders over my hips. Sink down into it and then sink down into that squat. Good work there. Lovely, last few seconds. Then 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. Are we ready for the last leg on this little lunge and then the squat? Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go, nice and strong. Getting that across. Lovely, good, just sinking in to that lunge each time, that curtsy lunge. Make sure the outside of your hip is working for you. Get you back up out of that position. Lovely, good. Really working those legs. Important for us, for strength. Keep us mobile. We need that strength in our legs. Good, drop down. And up. And well done, and that is it. Good work. Okay, I'm going to move on here. This is our last one. If you're staying with me for the 16 minutes, this is the last one. If you're staying the whole way through, this is your halfway through marker. Okay, on this one, it's down with one, up, pull back nice and strong, core really pulled in. So my legs are going to be doing the same thing all the time, just going to be swapping arms. Okay, are we ready to go? So it's on the floor here, or as near to the floor as I can, dropping down without rolling through your back. So you can have your other hand on your back there, squeeze it up. So it's almost like a little kettlebell swing, but on one side only. Then really working that arm, get it all the way to the back and make sure it stays up, shoulder height. Good work, and then squeeze it back. Go, really work that core, stay nice and even. That swing, but I'm not twisting, I'm not letting that shoulder come forward. Keep it pulled down and in. This is your last circuit if you're on that short one with me. If you like these shorts, look out for others. They're always coming up. Good work. Hand on my lower back, so I'm going to stay nice and straight. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Drop. That's it, good. So it's like a little kettlebell swing here in that it's a long arm, it's the short arm, but my core is really keeping control of all of this. I don't do any twists, I don't do any throwing it out with my twist and turn. I keep my body absolutely stable with that core pulled in. And that squeeze back. Lovely, good. Keep it nice and even all the time. Good work, and that squeeze back. Three, 2, 1. Good work. 2 more to go. You're doing really good. That's 16 minutes but filled with work. Here we go. Dropping down, down, in control of that up, and also in control of that down. So it's like a little kettlebell swing with one arm only. I'm keeping it even here, so remember, shoulder blade, pull back down and in. Belly button pulled into spine. Get your legs do the work on the way up. Really get that squeeze through the glutes. Stay with your weight on your heels all the time. Lovely, good. "20 seconds left. Then just that one more minute on the other side. 10 seconds, here we go. Keep it under control all the time. Use that upper strength as well. Help by your core. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Last one. Okay, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Squeeze it back and up. That's it, lovely, good. Long arm, but my shoulder blade pull back down and in. No twisting or turning with that arm going out. Back stays constant all the time. Pushing up. Feel that weight on your heels. You're doing good. We have got 15 seconds left. Last few now. 3, 2, and 1. And good work. Well done. If you're staying with me for the next lot, you will need a little bench as well maybe, or you can just do it in the lunge. If this is your 16 minutes of work, well, very well done. I hope you enjoyed it, and also look out for the others that are always coming up. You know, they are shorter, but they are also intense. Okay, so I'll say goodbye for you for now, and if you're staying with me, we will be moving on, and I'm going to be moving into the bear this time. So again, I am going to pick up a heavyish weight. This is optional. I'm going to put it on my back so I know my core is kept in nice and straight. My hands are underneath my shoulders, my knees are underneath my hips, my toes are tucked under. I'm going to do an up, now optional, out and out, and come back in and down, because remember we're going to be doing it for 4 minutes in total. Okay, so if you want to start just with the bear being up and down, so again, my elbows coming back towards me, there's a little bit of work on my triceps, so just do me, practice the bear, just up and down, and that weight stays absolutely steady because I don't lift my bottom up any higher. It's like somebody's just lifting me up. I'm coming about 2 inches off the floor with my knees. Good. I'll extend it the next time around. If you want to stay just in the bear, this is it. That weight stays absolutely steady. Do not lift your hips up too high. That weight will roll towards the back of your head. Core already pulled in for me. Triceps having to work here. My upper back having to work to get my knees off the floor. That work comes through your upper back as well. Core helping me. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. We're going to keep that position. This time I come from my bear. I'm going to step out, step in. This is optional. Otherwise it's just the bear. Here we go. Up. I step out. Do it slowly. Come back in. And then do me the drop. Coming up. Out into my plank. Back in. And then do me the drop. Up. Feel that that core is switched on all of the time. That's it, good. Lovely, good. I'm really feeling that work through my pecs now as well. And down. Up. Get me that extension. 15 seconds to go. And down. Elbows just a little bit soft. Otherwise your shoulders tend to hunch up around your ears. And I want your shoulder blades pulled down and away. And your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Okay, so again you can choose the stepping out or just the bear. I'm going to do the bear now for another minute, on my third minute. Here we go. Just up, take your knees off the floor and back down. Perfect that movement till that weight really doesn't move at all. If you can, just get me that lift. That's it. It's just staying on my back there. It's not moving around. If it moves around too much, then maybe try not to get the leg out on this next one. Just keep to the bear. Nice and tight and small in that box. Lovely, good. You've got 15 seconds left. Arms, now really begin to feel it. I can feel it on my triceps. My hands are facing forward, my elbows are facing back. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Going to give them a little shake off. Lovely, good. Coming back down into your bear. So again, bear or bear with the extension. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to extend my second one again. Out, out, into my plank. Hold it there in plank. Come back in. Good. And out, and out. Good. And sometimes it's better just to swap over the legs. If you notice when you step back in, that leg gets a lot of work. So here, until I pull my other leg back in. So you can swap the in leg each time. Here, I've just changed over legs. Lovely, good. Triceps, always getting the work. Core, always stabilising me. Good. 15 seconds left now. Stepping it back in and back down. Lovely, good. Up. Three, 2, 1. That worked perfectly. Good work. Okay, we're coming up. This is going to be the Bulgarian split lunge. So, if you've got the stepper where you are there in the gym or wherever you're watching me, you can bring it in. If you haven't, just something that is stable that you can put your back leg on because all the weight's going to go through my front leg. Again, if you haven't got any of those, you can just do me a lunge straight through. Okay, so it's just that little bit imbalance here, works my core a little bit harder, works my leg that's going to push me up. Okay, so if you have got a step, I can do the first 1 or 2, just my toe on there, and I'm coming straight through the middle. Do me a drop. So again, I'm looking at my front knee, I don't want it to go over my toe, I'm keeping my shoulders over my hips. You can pick up a weight if you want to and keep it on your chest. I'll probably do that on the second one around. Good, so we can get really low here. If you notice, my knee is going really low, down below my toe. That's it, good. So again, it really feels like you've got that stretch out. I'm keeping my work right in the middle, so I have to push through that front heel. And push up, lovely, good. Really working that front leg. 3, 2, 1. Here, if you want to take a weight with you, again, you can just pick up a weight, put the other leg on the bench. Sometimes you have to do the first 1 or 2. You might be too far away or too close and push it up because you really want to be right in the middle of both of these. That's it, good work. Drop down, you're doing well. Pushing up. Intense on the legs here, that's what we want. Really helping us with our sport or just with our mobility, being independent, keeping that leg strength. Good work. And pushing up. Drop it. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'll go swap over legs again, using that front leg. Okay, here we go. Again, with or without the weight on your chest, feel you and the weight drop straight through the middle here. That's it, bottom doesn't go out, you just get that lift. work. You have got 15 seconds left now. So again, it's really working hard because you can drop lower than that back foot. But I'm still keeping that lunge position, shoulders over hips. 5, 3, 2, 1, and well done. Lovely, good. Last time now. Before we move on to your last 2 circuit exercises. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We drop down, we push through. Good. Feel that work coming up from the heel, back of the leg. Maybe a little bit of a stretch out on that back leg as well. And remember, we're really dropping low on that back leg, so do try and get low so you can get the most out of that work. That front leg has to stretch off and then up, a bit like our first exercise. We had to get us to the floor and then back up again. 15 seconds left. Lovely, good. Just keep on checking your position, shoulders over hips. That's it, good. 8 to go. 3, 2, oh, and 1. Well done, good work. I can push that step away or come away from the step. And I am standing up for the next one. I'm going with a set of 4s because it is an upper back, lower back strength as well. It's a dead leg lift, so again, bent up and out. Make sure your back is really nice and straight. Tip forward, come back up with that dead leg lift. Tip yourself forward and coming up. So again, it extends and then it tightens to get me up. Okay, are we ready to go? You've got 5. Keep those weights, shoulder blades back and down. Okay, so here we go. We tip over the front, we come back up. Really use that glute and that hamstring and push up. Good work. Down over that leg, just a little bit of a bend and then straighten. And you really have to think about your hips coming forward. And when you go down, make sure your shoulder blades back and down. So you're just hanging with those arms, but they're not hanging off your spine. They are just hanging off your shoulders. And then really work that glute to get you back up again. 3, 2, 1. Good work. So I just change over legs. So again, a little bit of bend on my front leg. Then you tip over from your hips. Nice and straight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're on. And then push up. So again, really through that glute. Lovely, good. So I'm trying to get really nice and forward, but I'm thinking about my core, keeping that all pulled in. Good work. There and up. Just getting that drop down and then that lift. Well done. Halfway through this penultimate one. They've just got one more circuit to do. Okay, so a little bit of a bend. My leg is out. Core's pulled in, I tip myself forward, I lift that leg up, and I keep a straight back all the time. Do not roll over to get down. Has to be, the drop has to be through the leg, and then through the leg to get you back up again. That's it, really work the back of that leg. Good, drop and lift. Really feel those long back of leg muscles there, stretching out and then tightening up to bring you up, and that glute pushing your hips forward, but not leaning back at the top. Keep that nice straight position with the spine. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Are we ready? Before we go on to our last exercise, which is going to be on the floor. Okay, so toe out, and I dip myself forward. I keep control of my core, I keep control of my upper back, and then that lift. Good work. Dropping it forward. And then you and the weight coming back up. Lovely, good. That balance is really helped by my zip and hollow being on, my shoulder blades being back down and even. Really working that back as well as my legs. 15 to go now. Good work. Drop and then back up. Lovely, good. Get me that drop. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Are we ready for our last exercise? Okay, so we're going to come onto the floor. So just going to clear this space a little bit. I'm going to take one heavy weight with me. It's going to be inner thigh. I'm going to go all the way through on one and then all the way through on the other. So I'm just getting myself ready. Onto the floor with this going behind my knee. So do try and pick a biggish weight. All the way through on one leg, all the way through on the other, twice through. Are we ready? So I'm back here. I put it behind my knee, and then my knees tip over, arms out, and here we go. Glute on the way out, inner thigh on the way in, but remember my core, hip to hip here. Belly button pulled in. I'm just looking up at the floor, at the ceiling there, and that knee is going down to the floor. So squeeze it out with the glute, squeeze it back in with the inner thigh all the time. Be aware of your back now. It doesn't arch as that leg goes out. It's absolutely stable all the time. Both shoulders are on the floor, so I've twisted through my waist. So I have to keep control of that lower back. Really working that inner thigh now. So keep with that heavy weight if you can. Good. 3, 2, 1, and well done. It just swaps over for the second half. Arms out to the side, core definitely pulled in. I tip over onto the side to start. So I am on one hip and two shoulders. That's it, lovely, good. I'm looking straight up at the ceiling there. That knee is getting out, getting that weight out. My glute is helping me, if you can, to touch the floor with that weight. So you know you've got that full range of movement. And again, it has to come back in again as well. Good. Up and down. Really squeeze that inner thigh. Good work. Try and keep with that heavy weight if you can. Last few bits now. Last few seconds. And squeeze it up. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Swap it over again. Last 2 minutes of work. Shoulders back and down. Core pulled in. Belly button pulled in. Tip over onto one side. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Out with your glute, in with your inner thigh. Good work. Squeeze it up. Lovely, good. Look after your lower back all the time. Be thinking about your zip and hollow, as well as that inner thigh. It's really begin to tell now on this second 50 seconds with that heavier weight. You're doing good though. Let's go right through to the end. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Swapping it over again. Shoulders on the floor. Tip over. Get ready to go. Your back is off the floor, definitely on one side. So you have to really keep your zip and hollow on. And and then really get a really big movement on this one. This is the last time, this is the last bit of your exercise. You've done really well. 32 minutes of exercise. Give me that squeeze. Really think, zip and hollow, hip to hip. That nice flatness that you can get in that front of that tummy area there by really squeezing it in. Get used to supporting the back all the time with your core. Good, last little bit now of that last bit session. You've done really good. 8 exercises, 32 minutes. Okay, good work, well done. We are coming off that timer. Now just give me a really big stretch out, feel those hip flexors, get a stretch out. My back is arched, my rib cage is up and out. Okay, we are coming off that timer. And I'm just going to put on the slower. So just give me that really nice big stretch out. And I'm just going to put something on a little bit slower. And good work, well done. Now for this nice big stretch up and over. And then I reach up and out, and then I push my hands down towards the floor. Lovely, good. So again, this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hamstring stretch. Now you can catch onto your band if you've got a band there with you and use it, or just pulling in with your arms. But remember to keep your elbows in close. Lovely, good. So again, those hamstrings will get a really nice stretch off here. They've worked hard for us today. So I'm just pulling it in. Lovely, good. Back up at the top, I just change over legs and I get the hamstring stretch. Just slowly bringing it in. Oh, one always feels tighter than the other, I think. Just pulling that in, trying to keep that knee straight, even if you feel you can't get the leg very far in, but do keep the hips on the floor so you know you're getting as much of that stretch as you can. Don't bounce it around, just pulling it in nice and slowly. Lovely, good. I'm going to come up on that. And I'm going to do my glute stretch. You can do it lying on your back if you have knee problems, otherwise underneath me, get the other leg back, and then that drop down. And then again, that hip can drop out at the side, so it really has to travel. That group of glute muscles have to travel further, and therefore get more of a stretch. Lovely, good. Back into the centre. Just change over legs. On both elbows. Drop down and in. Lovely, good. Then I'm going to come to sit on that hip. Little stretch up and over, because that back did work for me quite a lot today. Up and out, as well as my legs. That core, that strength. Lovely, and now I'm going to do the zip and the tip, reach up and over, and now it's my hip flexors, my obliques, down through the front of my thigh. Get that nice stretch out. Good, down, changing it over. Again, just pulling it over first. Good, then that becomes the other arm, reaching up. Push that hip forward, really feel down through your obliques, down through the front of your thigh, in through your hip flexors there at the front. Lovely, good. And I'm going to come down onto both knees. That's going to be an inner thigh. So again, if you don't want to really open up that knee, push your hips back and stay on your hands, or if you can get down lower onto your elbows, and that leg goes out as far as it's going to go, but your hips stay here in the middle, so that leg just has to travel. Then you can lift that toe up and just wiggle that foot, that heel, just 1 or 2 more inches away from you to really get that strong inside thigh stretch. Remember that last exercise you did for me? Need a little stretch out on that. Want to stay that nice and mobile. Lovely, good. Coming up onto the other side, either on your hands or on your knees. Oh, sorry, on your hands or on your elbows, depending on how flexible you feel through that knee. If you want to sit right back on it, do. If not, stay on your hands and push that heel away. hips staying behind you. Lovely, good. I'm coming into the middle, into my downward dog. And again, I'm putting my legs out a little bit wider. I feel I can get more of a stretch like that. Push up through your upper back, because remember it worked for us a lot in that front bit. And then pushing back and over those heels. So you can just keep on walking your hands back. Really feel that you've got that stretch. And I'm going to walk it back even further. Onto there. I've got now just on my feet, so you can bend your knees if you want to, or if you're fairly confident, come up into that tabletop. So we're there. And then coming up all the way. Lovely, good. And then just getting that little roll round at the top. Go work. I'm just going to do that little swoosh through. Here we go. Swooshing through and come up and then come into the front there. And then pushing out. Very well done today. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you'll be able to do the whole 16 minutes and 16 minutes. You've got those eight exercises. They're all targeting that lower half, which we really need for our strength and our stability as well, and also our mobility. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.